Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Make your life count for something. I'm gonna tell you what, going through life, you just don't want it to be ordinary. Now, this don't mean, when I say ordinary, I mean you just go and, go to work, come back, all of that. And even in working, you want your life to mean something. It might be that your life, the meaning is coming from being a great parent or, being a great worker, impacting somebody, helping people. Because remember, when we're on this planet, we're not here to be by ourselves. We're not here. Everything we do, our first lesson is to find out, to heal ourselves, to bring forth our gifts, our talents. That's for ourselves, but also to help other people. You don't want to live an ordinary life in the sense that it's not impacting someone else in a positive way. And, we all have different ways. Like I said, it could be you're a great parent. Hey, I remember this woman, and I don't know, I've talked about her before. I'll never forget it. It was someone I worked with when I was working in the government. And she was just working as a clerk. And her husband was working as a janitor, maintenance guy, right? He was. I think it was a working maintenance at a apartment they were living in. All right. Now it wouldn't seem like much, but I never forget. One day she told me the principal of her son's school wanted to see her, and she was worried. You hear from the principal, but the principal wanted to praise her for everything she was doing for her children. Now, last I heard, I saw her and her children went to college and they were doing some great things. Now, you might look at this, she wasn't tall, she was a small woman. And, like I said, just working as a clerk in a government. But just being a great mother made her life count for something. And no telling how many children or how many people were impacted by her children coming up and doing something. And it's very powerful. I'm going to tell you what, it's very powerful. Her life counted for something. You just never know. Like when you're doing something, understand something. I don't care if it's in business. Like you in business, you really providing a service. Like I had talked before on my business channel about this guy I knew. He had 3 buffalo wing places. Now, if I could remember his name exactly, I would look him up. But I never forget it. He didn't see it as merely he was just selling stuff to make money. He was thinking, okay, I'm feeding people. Yeah, they compensate me, but he was feeding people. He was doing something. I'm going to tell you what, his life, every single one of you, your life is touching somebody. Nobody's living as a hermit. If you watching this video, you're not a hermit because, look, first of all, if you're a hermit, you wouldn't be watching this video. So, people can have an impact, a positive impact on people. Now, unfortunately, you get some people, they going through life having a negative impact on other people. They need to stop. They need to look at their lives. They need to, when you pass away, when you transition, what are people going to say about you? No, seriously, I want y'all to think about that. What they going to say about you? What have you done? What have you really accomplished in your life? What dreams have you done? Seriously, and that's something very important. Many of you watching, y'all have a dream of doing something. It could be a business, it could be writing a best-selling novel, it could be writing a song, it could be helping somebody really do their best in life. It could be being a great father or a great mother. Whatever the case, are you doing it? Are you working on it? Too many people, they just going through life and they're not really trying to make a difference. No matter what. I remember I was thinking about when I was working at this gym. It was at a hotel and there was a woman there and she was impacting a lot of people's lives, but she was just working in the cafeteria. but just her disposition, everything was just so positive. It had a positive effect on the other workers there. You know, that's counting for something. I remember that. Shoot, I remember when I was in college, there was a woman who had worked as a cleaner who she would clean the dorms, one of the cleaners. And I remember when she retired, you had all these future doctors, CEOs, lawyers, and everything really saying, hey, she really helped them. She really helped them. You know, her life counted for something. Look, I'm gonna tell you what. You don't want to live, whatever you're doing, you want to ask yourself, is this really helping people? And one of the ways to do that is to be on your mission. What are you using? What are your talents? Your talents were given to you to not just for yourself, but to help other people. Not just for yourself, but to help other people. And more so than making money, but being of service, doing something, affecting their lives in a positive way. You know, I knew this gentleman, he had, one of the things he was doing was driving a cab. And I remember he was telling me this young guy was trying to rob him. And he talked the guy out of it. And the guy said, you know, I wish I had an uncle like you. But he changed that young man's life by just talking with him. You know, I remember this other young man who, when I was, had a book stand at this vendor's market. Had a book stand and had this young man, he would just start standing by the table, so I would give him stuff to do. But then I remember I was having a book signing. I had an author come in doing a book signing, and he came by and said something. The young guy came by and said something. The author said, you sound like you have a voice for radio. And this guy, he heard him, and all of a sudden, the young guy started going to like a broadcasting school. And every week he would call me, give me his progress. Every single week he would call me just to give me his progress, and then even more when he would be at the market. And I mean, he went on to do some great things. But his life was changed. The author, who had been through some stuff, he just by saying, hey, you have a voice for radio, his life counted for something. He touched everybody. He touched another person who in turn was able to help other people. Everybody's life counts for something. You want to make your life count for something, you know? It could be in so many ways, small, big, whatever. But you want that to happen. You want that to be your life. You don't just want to be going through life and it's not meaning anything to anyone. All right? I want y'all to really think about that. And I want you to think about, is your life counting for something? And if it's not, why don't you do something for it? And it could be anything. Like I said, anything. It don't matter. You don't need a degree for your life to count for something. Just ask yourself one simple question. When you transition, what are they going to say about you? All right? So that's all I have for today. I want y'all to really think about what I'm talking about, okay? Keep rising to become the best person you're meant to be. All right? Talk to you later. Peace and blessings.